Hi YouTube, Underdog ManCave here. You get to see who I am now. I want to talk about processing laptop batteries. Alright, first off, you want to get some. Alright, you can go online, go to LetGo, you can go to eBay, Amazon, you can go to Google and do a search for recycling places in your neighborhood, computer places in your neighborhood. Home Depot in your neighborhood's got a recycling bin. You don't want to call these people up. You want to go there in person. You want to have money on hand, show them you're serious, and they're more apt to talk to you. Tell them what you're doing. You're building a DIY power wall, and they'll be kind of interested in what you're doing. So you get these laptop batteries. You can use drill, power tools, hoverboard batteries, medical packs, whatever you get them, however you get them, you wind up with these 18650s. All right, you got some 18650s. Let's go over how to process them. Okay, I want to show you what I'm doing here, and we've got 14 already made. We've got 52 slots here charging. Here's my charger. It's a 30 amp power supply, puts out 5 amps to those TP charging boards right here, and then I take them out of there, put them in the dischargers. I'm using the Lido-Kala. Okay, works good for me. The Lido-Kala is going to give you, let's see if I can get this to focus better. Where's the light? Okay, you're going to get resistance down here is 37, and the capacity right now is 0326 milliamp hours, 7. It just turned. This I just put in a little bit ago. This one over here, see if I can get that glare to go away. And it's got 35 resistance there and 0251. Okay, anyways, you get the idea. So you got the laptop battery. You're going to charge this in your charger to 4.20. You're going to run it through the discharger, get the capacity reading like this. This one here is 1982 and the resistance was 10. This one here is 30. This one's 58 on resistance. This one's 80 on resistance. Whoa. You know, and here's the capacity. Once you pull them out of here, you put them back in the charger, bring them back to 4.20, and then you want to separate them in voltage. Now down here I have 16 volts, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and in this box here I put the 15s, the 22s, and the 23s. Now that's 4.23. Now I do get some 4.24s, and I just throw them in there too because there's only a couple of them. These TP charging boards stop charging at different, they're not all the same. You know, they're like these meters here for reading voltage. They come a little bit different. So anyways, you get them separated in voltage. Then when I get 100 of those, I put them in a pack, and over here you can see the date, September 16th. So in a month from now, I'm going to pull these back out. I know they were at 15 volts, every one of them, and I'm going to retest them, and if they drop more than 0.04, that means that if this cell reads less than 4.11, I'll toss it. It's a discharger. It'll ruin the whole pack. You take the remaining of them and you can build your power wall out of them. Now, you got to build the power wall separating capacity and resistance accordingly, and we'll talk about that real quick. I'll make another video of that when I'll get all these. I'm going to wait till the 16th, tear these packs apart. Here's a 19 volt pack, here's an 18 volt pack, another 19 volt, another 15, and down below there's 25 packs here. We're going to have a mountain of them. And what you want to do is you want to separate. Once you got rid of all the, see all that, that's my junk pile, bad cells. Once you get rid of all the bad cells, you want to separate them all in capacity. And then you want to separate that bank of capacity. Say I've got all my 21s. I want to separate them in resistance. That's a high resistance. You don't want to put a high resistant 125 with a 10. Here's a 48. You don't want to do that. You want to put the 10s with the 10s and the higher ones with the higher ones, because what will happen is the higher resistant ones will give up the electric differently than the lower resistant ones. It's kind of like a garden hose. A garden hose with a nozzle on the end of it will restrict the flow of the water and make it shoot real far, and that high resistance causes heat too, and if it's getting hot you want to throw it away. Now the ones that get high resistance that don't get hot, you can use them. I don't know how high you would want to go. I don't know enough about the resistance yet, but I know that you need to pair the resistance. For instance, one of my packs, this one would be all 10s. This one I'd have maybe 20s and 30s together. This one might be 40s and 50s on the resistance together, and at the same time you got to get the capacitance the same. For instance, all these add up to, on the average, 2,400 each cell. So you want to keep each bank the same capacitance, at the same time keep the resistance the same with each one. So that's kind of a tough thing to do, but that's the way you do it. And I'll give you an update on how I do the separation and how I divide them. It's quite a nightmare and takes a long time, but that's the update. That's all I wanted to talk about. Enjoy and have a great one, man. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Underdog ManCave.